So if you're watching a video over the mobile phone, which is of a trailer or a movie or a song, you really have to wait if you get this kind of ad on your mobile or any of your devices until this entire ad gets completed. But the best part is this ad can only have a length of up to 15 seconds, which means for this ad, you have to wait for at least 15 seconds. And once this ad gets completed, then your video will be available to play after the ad copy. Now, the question is, when do you run this ad campaign? Now, this ad campaign is required for the brand awareness purpose to get the maximum views over short videos of up to 15 seconds. So brands who are looking to get the maximum number of views can simply go with this short video ad. Or else, when a brand want to show the ad forcefully to all the users. So let's say if you have a brand and this brand want to make sure every single user of the YouTube get to see the ad copy without getting the option of skipping the ad. In that case also, this brand can run the non-skippable ads. Now, the question is, how does these brands have to charge? How much amount do they pay? So they pay the amount on the basis of CPM, which means on the basis of views along with impressions, and they get charged when a user watches the complete video. Now, the reason I'm saying view and impressions are same in this campaign is because whenever you watch this ad, then any single impression that you get has to get converted into a view, just because people don't have the option to skip the ad copy. So let's say if you get an ad over here and there's an impression, so whenever you get an ad over the internet, it gets counted as impression, but this impression also becomes a view, just because forcefully this ad is going to generate the view from a user. Now let's quickly jump into the idea of developing a non-skippable campaign. So you simply have to get into the ad account, which means a Google ad account. You have to click on this plus sign and jump into new campaign button. Now you have to choose your campaign objective. Let's say we go with awareness and consideration. We have to choose the campaign type, which means we have to go with video campaign. And here we go with the option of, oh my God, we don't have the right option. So what you have to do is to wait. We go with create a campaign without a goal. Now, simply if you go with the available options, you get the limited sub options. So that's why it's recommended to go with this option if you're not getting the desired option. And then if I simply get into video campaign, this time I get into this option which says non-skippable reach. This says people reach using up to 15-second non-skippable in-stream ad. Now I simply have to click on continue, and then I have to name the campaign as non-skippable video campaign. So I can simply remove this and name it as campaign. Then the bid strategy has to be the target CPM. This is the most important part. When you go with this skippable campaign, the one which we have discussed in the last video, you get the CPV option. But here in this campaign, you are getting the option of CPM, which means you cannot pay for view, but you have to pay for the 1,000 impressions. Now, we simply have to decide the campaign total budget. So we have to put it 150 rupees. The reason I'm putting it 150 is because in the previous video, we have talked about media planning, where we have decided overall budget of 150 for the non-skippable in-stream ad. Now, we simply jump back into the Google ad account. We put an end date that could be maybe in next couple of days. We are keeping it all for 18th, which means in next 3 days, the budget should be getting consumed. In terms of location, we are going with Delhi NCR. This is the target audience which we have decided for this particular project. So the project for which we are making this campaign is springtails.shop, which is an e-commerce artificial jewelry store. So here we can quickly see that we have a target market of Delhi NCR, females 18 to 35, and artificial jewelry as the interest. Now, we simply come back to the campaign creation part. In languages, we can go with all languages. We don't have any problem in language. We have to name the ad group name as ad group 1. Then in terms of audience, we don't have to decide any audience right now. Demographic is the one which has to be set. So we go with females. We uncheck the male option. Also, we uncheck the unknown option. In terms of age, it has to be 18 to 35, but we don't have up to 35 age range in Google. That's why we are going with 18 to 34. Also, we uncheck the unknown option. Having these two options means the ad campaigns are going to show up only to females within the age range of 18 to 34. Now, in terms of audience interest, we simply have to go with fine jewelry, and we can get one or more audience. That side, jewelry and watches can be the selected option for the artificial jewelry interest. Now, this is all. We are just going with these two options under in market category. Then we simply go with your data. We don't need to put any data over here. We don't also need to enable the audience expansion. Someone who enables the audience expansion actually expands the audience size and the ads reaches beyond the target categories. Now, we simply have to provide a video URL. Now, people who know or people who have watched the previous video would know that we have taken a video from YouTube for this project. This video is for the Spring Tales project only. It says Spring Tales video ad. We can simply copy the URL and paste it in the URL bar. Now, people who are watching and who are making the YouTube video for the first time, who are making any campaign in YouTube, in fact, they need to upload the actual video of the ad over the internet. That means over the YouTube only. If you don't upload the video over YouTube, you cannot simply run any video ad for that video. Now, we simply have to provide the final URL. This is the non-skippable in-stream ad copy. The ad copy is going to look like this. This video of ours is a 9-second video. That's why we can simply run this video under these options. Had it been a video for more than 15 seconds, in that case, we would not be able to create this entire ad. Now we simply have to copy the URL after going on the website. We paste this in the final URL bar. We keep our display URL as the final URL. In call to action button, we can call it shop now because it's an e-commerce website. So when somebody clicks on this shop now button, people can literally land on the final URL, which means people can simply land on the website and they can purchase your products from the website. And in headlines, we can put it like artificial jewelry store. Nope, we cannot have a longer headline. So I'm just putting it as jewelry store. Perfect. Now in the ad image name, it says ad one. That's totally fine. Now this one is the most important part. In the bidding section, you can only bid for impressions, which means you have to target CPM. You don't have an option of targeting by view. Now let's see what bidding strategy we have selected in the media planning. So in the media planning for this project, we have selected the bidding cost of 150 rupees, which means the average CPM for one single view is 15 paisa, but then the overall target CPM has to be 150, which means we are paying 150 as an amount for 1000 impressions. In fact, you can look at the right. This is the average CPM amount, which is 43 to 150 rupees. In terms of impressions, this is 1.1K to 3.5. So this amount, 150, is actually the cost for getting 1000 impressions. Then you simply click on create campaign. I know it's a bit confusing. It's only because this campaign runs on the model of CPM, but not on the model of CPV. When you run the campaigns for the model of CPV, you are actually paying for one single view. However, for this campaign, which is non-skippable in-stream ad campaign, you are paying for views. But here, this 150 amount is for 1000 views. Also, in this campaign, the number of views are going to be equal to number of impressions just because we have a 100% view rate. Just because whoever gets to see this video has to watch the video completely. So if somebody gets the impression of this video on YouTube, the person has to convert this impression from impression to a video view. Now, coming to the exercise where people have to understand how they can take the benefit from these non-skippable in-stream ads. Now, there are two things. One, you take the benefit, and two, you do some exercises. Now, before we jump into the benefit part, I simply want you to complete some exercises. Now, these exercises are for people who are learning digital marketing for themselves, who are becoming master in YouTube video ads. Now, I simply want you to create a skippable ad, in fact, a non-skippable ad campaign on the daily budget. That is one. After doing that, I also want you to create a non-skippable video campaign on the overall budget. In both these cases, you choose the interest category, the one that we have chosen while I was making the campaign. However, now I want you to add two more groups with the different targetings. So in the same campaign, you can have multiple ad groups, but this time you go with placement, keyword, topic, or retargeting. At least go with any of the two available targetings. If you go with placement, then in that case, you have to target your ads directly to any of the videos available on the YouTube, or you can also choose the channel by simply adding the channel link in the placement box. Otherwise, you simply go with keyword, topic, or retargeting options. Then you can go with this module questionnaire, I'm sorry. But then the question is, how do you benefit from these non-skippable in-stream ads? Now, what you can do, you can simply promote a video of yourself and use a CTA button, it means call to action button, to generate leads or phone calls. So if you have any service or if you have any skill in yourself, you can simply make a video of you and then you can promote this video using the non-skippable in-stream ads, and then adding the call to action button can take people on the website so that you can generate phone calls or leads for your services. Two, if you have a client, if you have a client want to promote a video for remarketing. So let's say the clients will always be getting, or the business are always getting the traffic on the website, but now you want to convert this traffic into sales, and then you can simply show the remarketing ad to these people. Now remarketing is a really good example of converting traffic from traffic to a sale. Then you can promote a business using a call to action button to generate lead or phone calls in the similar way that you have done for yourself in the activity one. Then you can connect with new influencers who are really new on YouTube and Instagram, and then you can ask them to increase their views. You can simply help them to increase their views. In return, you can generate some profits from them, generate some monthly money from them. And then you can connect with new singers and video production houses who are looking forward to generate more views on their videos, especially if these videos are in the length of 15 seconds. If it's more, then you can go with the skippable in-stream ads. I will probably see you in the next video. Bye bye.